Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Warriors versus Spurs NBA matchup on Friday, November 24th, 2023. Of course, I do tons of free picks every single day, and when you give out as many picks as I do, you're gonna like some more than others. And to find out which ones those are, head to our premium picks tab at Pickdawgz.com and use the discount code PICK while you're there. You'll get 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people that make big bets. If you make bigger bets, text that number that you see on the screen. Not available on the website, so you got to text that number. But let's get to this one. Warriors taking on the Spurs, and the Warriors come into this one just 7-8 on the season, while the Spurs 3-12. And the Warriors a dreadful 2-6 straight up at home this season, 1-7 against the number. It has been rough sledding. You know, we saw the Warriors earlier this season, kind of go on this nice tear, and it looked like, well, after last season where they were absolutely terrible on the road, that this season, well, the Warriors were going to bounce back and have a really strong season. Not what we've seen so far. In fact, when we look at their last 8 games, they've lost 7 of them. Their only win came against the Houston Rockets. They were a 7-point favorite at home in that game and did not cover the spread. But it has been very rough sledding for this Warriors team, as they just don't seem to have, what we've seen from them in the past. Of course, they have Steph Curry, and he can, do it all, and he can carry the team, but it just seems that he's forced to carry everything. And it's like, I think, in the past, while we've seen Steph make some spectacular plays, he's had a lot of help. And this year, I just don't see the help coming in a significant way. But they could be in business here, because the San Antonio Spurs are one of the worst teams in the NBA. 3-12 straight up, just 5-10 against the number. Normally, bad teams get a lot of points and they cover spreads because they generally get too many points, or just enough points, depending on which side you're on it, because the public opinion of that team is so bad. But the Spurs suffer from really a bad thing, because Victor Wembanyama, the number 1 overall draft choice, seen as the second coming, as the great players, but we haven't seen that from him on the court. But because of that and the stigma that surrounds Wembanyama, you're not getting a lot of value in these lines on the Spurs either. And really what's making it so the Spurs aren't covering a lot of spreads is, well, they play no defense whatsoever. They're an absolute sieve. One of the worst defenses, if not the worst defense, in the entire NBA. So when we look at, at the Spurs defense, and we see, where they rank, which is basically in the bottom 5 in almost every defensive category, well, pretty much a mess, when you look at this thing. So I think that, the Spurs is just, that's their main problem, is they're going to have to get guys to buy into playing defense. And I think once that happens, we'll probably see a different story, but we haven't seen it now. I don't love the way the Warriors have been playing, but the fact that they're a double-digit favorite in there tells you something. I'm going to take the Warriors and lay the points. That's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, check out our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. The betting tools are 100% free. They'll tell you how often, historically, every bet that's available on the board today has actually hit. Then they'll pair it with today's odds, putting you on the most favorable bets on the board today, all 100% free.